Good morning. Welcome to your morning after Christmas, early morning intuitive guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum, here with some words of wisdom to start your day off well. And as you can see, I'm getting a Vulcan mind probe. That is just the weirdest thing. I don't know how that little beam condenses itself like that, but yeah, straight into my brain. Fabulous. So, hope you're all off to a great start today. We have an interesting card that I think hopefully will give some of us pause, like, yeah, what am I doing with that? I want to show you one of my Christmas gifts. Good morning, Carolyn. Welcome. Glad you are here. You are the first one popping on this morning. So, hope you had an awesome Christmas yesterday. And for those who don't celebrate, I hope you just had an awesome day. I had a friend who was going to go see a couple of movies. That was going to be his Christmas day, and I thought, that's perfect. That is perfect. So, breathing would be good. Let's do some breathing. Yesterday was kind of a little bit of a whirlwind, so I did pretty well at just kind of chilling and rolling with it, but afterwards you can kind of go, wow, that was a little bit tiring. So let's do some breath today. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Rejuvenating with every breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Drawing in healing golden light. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Barb. Out through the mouth. Releasing tiredness. Good morning, Nancy. Glad you are here. Welcome, everybody. Everyone's starting to roll in. This is good. So, a little more breath. Feels good to fill up your lungs deeply and replenish the stores. And one more for good measure. And as I said, I hope you all had an awesome Christmas. Whether you celebrate or not, I got some lovely things from my daughter, some burgundy sweater slippers, and this really cool, let's see, that one would be, it's not an orb, it's a obelisk. I had basilisk stuck in my head. Too much Harry Potter watching, I guess. Yeah, an obelisk. So, I gotta add that, figure out where it belongs in my little altar there. So today we have Notes from the Universe on Abundance by Mike Dooley. And given how long the title is, that's kind of how long the cards are. But the gist behind these is it's 60 cards, and he sends out a Notes from the Universe every day. And after he had done it for a chunk of time, he thought, wow, some of these would make a great card deck. So that's exactly what he did, was pick some out and turn them into a card deck. So here is our card for today. Isn't that gorgeous? Love that. That's clearly not Wisconsin. Very beautiful, though. So, opening ourselves to receiving this message. There's a part in this message where probably many of us are going to go, ooh, yeah, I do that. That's good. Awareness is the first step, right? Awareness is the first step. So, breath. Let it go. Every single day, this is the universe talking to you. Every single day, I'm pressing out and reeling in the abundance you're making room for in your life as I observe everything you think, say, and do. Yeah, I'm not so fond of the reeling in part. Pressing my heart out, the universe. So basically what that's saying is, based on what we think, feel, and do, the universe is responding. And particularly with abundance. Abundance of all kinds. Like if we believe, I have no friends, the universe will manifest no friends. If we believe I am blessed with a plethora of friends, we will be blessed with a plethora of friends. And it's not always about just our conscious thoughts. This can be very much about our subconscious thoughts. Because, as I've talked about before, your conscious mind is only 5% roughly of your total consciousness. Your subconscious mind is 95% of your consciousness. So if you have a negative thought stored in there that you're unaware of because it's subconscious, it's having far more influence than your conscious mind. Which is why when you do the work of, and it's good work to do, changing your thoughts, sometimes you feel like you're not getting a whole lot of bang for your buck. What that can let you know is there's something operating subconsciously, which is why I love energy work, because those are methods that target below that liminal point so that we can get to the stuff we don't even know is there and clean it up. Good morning, Joe Neal. Happy day after Christmas. So let me read it again. Let's take a breath and be as open to this as we can be, and then become curious about, what's in there? And given these results out there, what must be in here that would create that manifestation? It's a little sleuthing exercise we can do. So breathe in, breathe out. The universe says to you, every single day, I'm pressing out and reeling in the abundance you're making room for in your life as I observe everything you think, say, and do. Yeah, I'm not so fond of the reeling in part. Pressing my heart out, the universe. So, what do you think? What comes to mind for you with that? For me, very clearly, it's being more conscious of that pressing out and reeling in, of the openness that I have to receive whatever comes my way. I know there's still stuff in the dim recesses that goes with the idea that we get rewarded for working hard, not that things show up simply because we're open to them. But things show up simply because we're open to them. So I need to get rid of that. You have to work hard to earn thought. Sometimes repeatedly, because there's layers of stuff, right? There's all the different learnings we had around something. And certainly in my upbringing, there was a lot of you have to work hard for what you have. So there's stuff to be mined out. But again, I love that idea of becoming at least the curious observer, if not the sleuth, who figures out, okay, so what are we getting for results here? Those results are the manifestation, the out-picturing of what's going on in here. If I don't like what I'm seeing out there, if you weren't that big lottery ticket winner, start looking at what's in here. What's in here? Well, I never win anything. My life isn't going to get better anyway. I don't deserve all the stuff, right? All the stuff. So, and do you have that friend? That friend that everything they touch turns to gold? Do you know that that's not necessarily because they have a better skill set than you? It's because they have a better mindset than you. So clean up your mindset. That's going to be part of our goal for this coming year is we're cleaning up our mindset. We got to get in there, scrub up some of the muck and murk and moss and all the other stuff that has grown because we haven't been exercising all of that in a divine right way. So, show you the picture again because it's so pretty. Let's set forth this year, the ending of 25 and the beginning of 26 with a new framework. Good morning, Maureen. We're just about done, but I'll show you the pretty card. And I'm going to read it once more because I really want this to sink in, that we are the masters of what we are manifesting, whether we think so or not. But it's that thinking that's creating our outcome. So the universe says to you, every single day, I'm pressing out and reeling in. In other words, I'm expanding and I'm contracting the abundance you're making room for in your life as I observe everything you think, say, and do. Yeah, I'm not so fond of the reeling in part. Pressing my heart out, the universe. Yeah. So, as my brother would say, let her snap. let her snap. There's no reason we can't have the abundance that we're looking for in all areas of our lives. We can have enriched lives, and we can share enriched lives with others. Because when we have more, we give more. Hopefully. Hopefully. It's interesting. There's research that shows that people who have very little are oftentimes far more generous than people who have a lot. That says something important, I think. So, have an awesome day after Christmas. If you're some of the insane people who are going to be out there getting bargains, more power to you. You won't see my sorry butt out there. Actually, where you'll see my sorry butt is at the windshield repair place. So, not sure exactly when. The poor guy was supposed to come here to the driveway to do it. It is supposed to be cruddy weather today. So I'm going to call and say, hey, I'll just come in and do it in your shop. That'll be much better. So, have an awesome day. We'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are, including expanding out into abundance. Bye-bye.